Hi, Room 10 kiddos. Guess what chapter we're on? We're on the last chapter of Kate DeCamilla's Because of Winn Dixie. I'm so proud of y'all for sticking through this and reading the whole book with me. I'm kind of sad to get to the last chapter. It's one of my favorite stories, and I don't like it when sometimes stories that I like end because I don't want it to end. I want to hang out with Opal and the preacher and Miss Gloria and Stevie and Dunlap and Sweetie Pie and Otis and Miss Franny and Amanda. I just don't want to see them go. But we got to finish reading this chapter today. I'm going to see if I can get through this. Chapter 26. Well, let's go back and review chapter 25. In chapter 25, the party's still going on, but Opal gets up and she excuses herself. She goes, I'll be back in a minute. I wonder where she's going. Let's see where she's going. Chapter 26. Outside, the rain has stopped and the clouds had gone away and the sky was so clear it seemed like I could see every store ever made. I walked all the way to the back of Gloria Dump's yard. I walked back there and I looked at her mistake tree. The bottles were quiet. There wasn't a breeze, so they were just hanging there. I looked at the tree, and then I looked up at the sky. Mama, I said, just like she was standing right beside me. I know 10 things about you, and that's not enough. That's not near enough. But Daddy is going to tell me more. I know he will, now that he knows you're not coming back. He misses you, and I miss you. But my heart doesn't feel empty anymore. It's full all the way up. I'll still think about you, I promise. But probably not as much as I did this summer. That's what I said that night underneath Gloria Dump's mistake tree. And after I was done saying it, I stood just staring up at the sky, looking at the constellations and the planets. And then I remembered my own tree, the one Gloria had helped me plant. I hadn't looked for it in a long time. I went crawling around on my hands and knees searching for it, and when I found it, I was surprised at how much it had grown. It was still small. It still looked more like a plant than a tree, but the leaves and the branches felt real strong and good and right. And I was down there on my knees when I heard a voice say, "Are you praying?" I looked up. It was Dunlap. "No," I said, "I'm not praying. I'm just thinking." He crossed his arms and he looked down at me. "What about?" he asked. "All kinds of different things," I said. "I'm sorry that I called you and Stevie bald-headed babies." That's all right," he said. "Glory told me to come out here and get you." "I told you she wasn't a witch." "I know it," he said. "I knew it all along. I was just teasing you." "Oh," I said. I looked at him close. It was hard to see him good in the dark yard. "Are you ever going to stand up?" he asked. "Yeah," I said. And then he surprised me. He did something never in a million years thought a Dewberry boy would do. He held out his hand and helped me up. And I took it. I let him pull me to my feet. "I'll race you back to the house," Dunlap said, and he started to run. "Okay," I shouted, "but I'm more than you. I'm fast." We ran, and I beat him. I touched the corner of Gloria Dump's house right before he did. "You shouldn't be running around in the dark," said Amanda. She was staying on the porch looking at us. "You could trip over something." "Oh, Amanda," said Dunlap, and he shook his head. "Oh, Amanda," I said too. And then I remembered Corson, and I felt bad for her. I went up on the porch and I took hold of her hand and pulled on her. "Come on," I said. "Let's go inside." "India Opal," Daddy said when me and Amanda and Dunlap walked in. "Are you here to sing some songs with us?" "Yes, sir," I said. "Only I don't know many songs." "We'll teach you," he said. He smiled at me real big. It was a good thing to see. "That's right," said Gloria Dump. "We will." Sweetie Pie was still sitting in her lap, but her eyes were closed. "Care for a litmus lozenge?" Miss Franny asked, passing me the bowl. Thank you, I told her. I took a litmus lozenge and unwrapped it and put it in my mouth. Do you want a pickle? Otis asked, holding up a big jar of pickles. No, thank you, I said. Not right now. Winn Dixie came out from underneath Gloria Dump's chair. He sat down next to me and leaned into me the same as I was leaning into my daddy. And Amanda stood right there beside me. And when I looked over at her, she didn't look pinch-faced at all to me. Dunlap cracked his knuckles and said, Well, are we going to sing or what? Yes, Stevie echoed. Are we going to sing or what? Let's sing, said Sweetie Pie, opening her eyes and sitting up straight. Let's sing for the dog. Otis laughed and strummed his guitar, and the flavor of the litmus lozenge opened in my mouth like a flower blooming, all sweet and sad. And then Otis and Gloria and Stevie and Miss Franny and Dunlap and Amanda and Sweetie Pie and my daddy all started to sing a song. And I listened careful so I could learn it right. The end. And that's the end of Because of Winn Dixie. Why do you think the book got its name, Because of Winn Dixie? Let's think of all the things that happen in this book. Let's see. She doesn't feel as alone at home because remember she didn't have many friends because now she has a dog. She made a friend at the library with Miss Franny because remember Miss Franny thought it was a bear outside and it wasn't. It was just Winn Dixie. She got a job working at Gertrude's pet store. She made friends with Sweetie Pie because Sweetie Pie was very fascinated with the dog Winn Dixie. She ended up making friends with Amanda. And remember, she met Miss Gloria. Remember the one Stevie and Dunlap thought was a witch? She ends up making a great friend with Miss Gloria. Because the dog runs into the back of Miss Gloria's yard. And the preacher, her daddy, starts talking to her a little more about things because they bond over their shared love of the dog. So think about it. Because of Winn Dixie, she has lots of friends. We all need friends. And lots of good things happen to her. So let's hope that we all have a Winn Dixie in our life that brings good things into our life. So it's one of my favorite stories. I'm glad y'all read it with me. Bye.